3-mile bypass road by October. Ban on single-use plastic takes effect January 1, 2019. And extension granted for enhanced security measures in St. Catherine North and Denhamtown. I'm Anthony Morgan with Jamaica House Weekly. Prime Minister Andrew Holness left the island on Sunday for the 73rd session of the United Nations General Assembly. He's expected to address the plenary session on achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. As CARICOM chairman, Mr. Holness will launch a Caribbean Moves initiative geared at tackling non-communicable diseases within the region. The Prime Minister is also expected to attend the Nelson Mandela Peace Summit, engage in high-level meetings related to the fight against tuberculosis and the elimination of nuclear weapons. Before his departure,
a state of public emergency has been declared within specified boundaries encompassing parts of the Kingston Central, Kingston Western, and St. Andrews South police divisions, effective today, September 23rd, 2018.
In the first few hours of the state of public emergency, several wanted men were taken into custody, while 3 firearms and 35 rounds of ammunition seized. The enhanced security measure will last for 2 weeks in the initial phase. Last Monday, Mr. Holness signed a contract for the construction of a bypass road to 3 miles, which is close to vehicular traffic for the next 8 months. To be built on Chesterfield Drive off Spanish Town Road, in the vicinity of Seaview Gardens, the new road will merge onto the recently upgraded Marcus Garvey Drive.
When that road is completed, there would be no need for commuters coming in to Kingston, heading downtown, to be diverted through, for example, my constituency. Now they can turn onto Chesterfield, which would be the road right beside DNG Red Stripe, which is the road you would normally take into Seaview. But you would go down and then make a left onto the new road running alongside the train line.
The 2-lane, 1.4-kilometer road is being built at a cost of $1 million. Contractors China Harbour Engineering Company are expected to complete the roadway in October. Funding is being made available from the Major Infrastructure Development Program. Prime Minister Holness said the Chesterfield Road, which runs between the wharf and Quay Manors, will become a part of the proposed Quay Manors Industrial Zone. He also apologized for the inconvenience caused by ongoing roadworks in the corporate area.
I want the Jamaican people to know that your government is listening, your government cares, and your government will do what is necessary to ensure that while we are progressing, we are not hurting in the interim.
Monday also saw Prime Minister Holness welcoming a ban on the importation, distribution, manufacturing and use of single-use plastic bags, straws and styrofoam. The ban takes effect on January 1, 2019. A PET bottle refund scheme is also in the works. Retooling support for plastic importers and manufacturers will be provided by the Exim Bank and the Development Bank of Jamaica.
I think we have struck the right balance of giving notice to the private sector and ensuring that the private sector can respond, that we have facilities put in place to support their response, particularly for those who would have to retool, but also that we make the firm positions on single-use plastics.
In Parliament Tuesday, Mr. Holness secured another extension for the Denhamtown Zone of Special Operations. This is the 6th extension of the zone since it was declared in October last year. And on Wednesday, Parliament approved a similar extension for the St. Catherine North Police Division. He said the 21% decline in the country's murder rate could be attributed to the enhanced security measures that are currently ongoing in several communities.
Our resolve, Mr. Speaker, must therefore be greater than the resolve of the criminals. And we must demonstrate the resolve to take extraordinary measures in these abnormal circumstances. And we must show as a collective, as a parliament, that we have the stamina to sustain the measures that have been working.
Earlier Wednesday, Prime Minister Holness opened the region's first FESTA authorized and certified training center at the Caribbean Maritime University. The state-of-the-art facility has the capacity to train and certify more than 4,000 students in industrial automation and mechatronics annually.
It is through equipping our human resources to be productive and competitive that we will attain the potential and will for positive growth and development.
Prime Minister Holness led his cabinet into 3 days of the 2018 planning consultation process. Ending on Thursday, the cabinet made preparations for the 2019-2020 budget. The administration did so by getting updates on the island's macroeconomic profile for 2018-2019 and projections for 2019-2020. These were given by the Planning Institute of Jamaica and the Bank of Jamaica. Presentations were also given by the International Monetary Fund Mission Team, the Office of the Cabinet, and the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. On Thursday, Mr. Holness paid his final respects to former Minister Easton Douglas. The Prime Minister read the first lesson at the funeral. Mr. Holness also joined parliamentarians Tuesday in remembering Mr. Douglas's contribution to nation building.
He is a patriot, a true Jamaican servant of the people, and again I will say the example of a dignified politician. His memory will live on through his service to the people of Jamaica.
Mr. Holness also paid tribute to businessman titan William McConnell, who passed away on Thursday. Hailing McConnell as a trailblazer, nation builder and inspiration, the Prime Minister said Jamaica lost one of its important sons. And on Friday, Prime Minister Holness participated in a Government of Jamaica and International Monetary Fund Mission Review press conference. He expressed satisfaction with the island's economic reform program, saying it was proceeding on track and bearing fruit. Mr. Holness said all the major indicators, to include reserves being ahead of target, strong employment, low inflation, low interest rates, show the confidence in the economy.
This is why we must continue with the reform program. We are now moving into the next phase of the reform program, which is the monetary policy reforms. That means we will be targeting inflation to ensure it's low, it's stable, but more importantly, it's predictable.
Jamaica met all quantitative performance criteria under the program through to the end of June 2018. All 21 structural benchmarks in the program to date have also been met. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister.